Hello, everybody. Welcome in to Wide Awake Wednesday. Thanks for being
Good
here.
evening.
Hi, Jewel. How's everybody doing?
Good.
Good. Awesome. Okay,
Doing well.
that's awesome to hear. Okay, who's excited? Who remembers what we talked
Hello.
about last week? What did we say we were going to do? Where's my mediumship people who keep asking me to do mediumship? Okay. So put a number 3 in the comments if you're here for the mediumship study, and put a number 5 in the comments if you're here for the Andean healing at the end of the session. I will look at your numbers. Okay. At the or both. You could do both.
That was my question.
Yeah, yeah. 35. There you go. Smart girls, both. Okay, awesome. Yeah, I've been tweaking the healing. I'm getting more information about kind of how it works, which is awesome. Okay, so we're gonna start with the mediumship. Um, can you put your pretend hand up or your real hand up if you have studied mediumship in the past or you are already a student of mediumship before I get in here? Well, there's a few people. Okay. Currently studying or have studied? I'm just curious. Explored it. Annie says explored it. Okay. Anybody else? Jasmine. Tracy, are you currently studying or you have in the past? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I can feel there's people who are already students of mediumship, which I love. Okay. So I think it's great that you guys like have many teachers. I had many teachers as well too. I had my main ones, right? But then after I was done that, I moved on to other teachers, and it's really cool to kind of learn what you learn or remember what you learn and train how you train, and then you go off on your own and then you make it your own, right? So you can take pieces from every mentor that you have, which I love. And I will always say, if something that I teach you doesn't resonate with you, just take it, put it over there. But you guys know I am a stickler about the mediumship, right? So I don't know if your other teachers are sticklers and say, they're responsible for you. It doesn't matter. And I may repeat myself to some of you guys. Who's very new to What a Wednesday? I see some new faces. Who's never been here? Gloria, I picked you up right away out of the crowd. I'm like, there's a newbie right there. How are you? Welcome to What Awake Wednesdays. So nice to meet you. Where are you coming from? Where do you?
I'm coming from Michigan. I've followed you forever, and it's never worked out on Wednesdays. I usually have my grandkids Wednesdays,
Yeah.
and today didn't have them. I was like, I'm going on there tonight. I'm
Yeah.
going on there.
I love it. You have such like a strong energy. I could pick you out of the crowd there. It's like there's
Oh, good.
a newbie in
A
here.
good, strong energy, I hope.
Yes, of course. No, yeah, terrible energy. Get up here, Gloria. No, I love it. Everything has a frequency. You're like everyone's aura has a frequency. America has a frequency. Canada has one. Like every state, it's really cool. So,
Mhm.
basically, what you guys are doing in here is you're going to be studying the language of frequency. Okay. Who here knows their? I don't know. I'm asking these questions. This is like if you guys have never taken a class with me, I'm very spirit led. Like I don't have plans or anything like that. So it's like ask them this, ask them that, ask them this. Um, and I have not studied mediumship, yes, but you want to. Yeah, that's cool. I completely lost my train of thought. So, um, okay, I'm gonna ask a random question, which is not random. So when we talked about last week, anything random is not random, right? Remember that? Remember that, Mary Vaughn? Nothing random is random. Um, I have had a couple spirits with me hanging out all day. So this morning I had my private mentorship students hang out together, and I thought everything was cool. And then I go for a walk and I hear Hubert. And I'm like, who has the name Hubert? Like, there's no way anyone has that name. Who would name their kid Hubert? Right? It's like, okay. So I'm walking and I'm like, there was a man around me. His name was Hubert. And I put it to said, okay, who has someone named Hubert? And one of my students is like, me. And even Steph, you had someone before named Hubert as well, too, right? So I believe it was hers this time. I forgot
That's
that you
okay.
have some.
Mine already came through today in a practice reading with a total stranger, Jen.
Nice.
I practiced with a total stranger.
Wow, look at you getting out in the world.
So,
That is
yay.
awesome. And then Hubert came through to you. Is that what he said? Yeah.
Came through for the other person who was reading for me. We were practicing together.
Did he
And
say his name?
No, she didn't say his name,
Okay.
but I knew who it was.
Yeah, so it's one of my most favorite things that I do. Our most favorite part of my work is mediumship. Oh, that's what I was going to tell you guys. I have dementia. So there is a man. Does anyone have anyone named Bernard? Bernard that has passed. Two of you? Bernard joined me for dinner. Who is it? Wait, I saw the hands and I lost it. Unmute yourself, Annie. Who's Bernard to you? And
My dad.
your dad's name was Bernard.
Yes.
Okay, hang tight. Anyone else? Someone else had their hand up too. Didn't they? I thought I saw someone else's hand up. Mary Jane? No, you don't have a Bernard. You just got excited. How? Mary Jane, can you unmute yourself? Mary Jane's one of my favorites in here.
Oh, okay. No, he's still alive, and he's a beautiful friend of mine.
Oh, okay, no. So it would be someone
Yeah,
who's passed.
no. That's
Okay.
why.
I
Thank
got you.
you.
I got you. Yeah. So
Okay.
where'd she go? And he go, oh, so Bernard joined me for dinner. Because he was very excited that he was coming to class tonight to meet someone. He did not tell me who he was here for, but he says, my name is Bernard and I'm coming to class tonight. I'm like, oh, are you? Okay.
Wow.
So he knew. So that's a good, he knew like your loved ones in spirit know that you're going to see a medium or you're going to go to a class where the medium could get attention and then tell Annie that their dad is here. He's like, I should tell her more. Is that appropriate?
Yes.
I'm speechless.
I gotta tell you, I have never got the name Bernard before. Okay, give me 1 second. This is apparently doing demonstration real quick here. There's so many of you. Bernard, would you understand Bernard to have heart issues?
Yes.
Okay, he shows me an EKG or ECG, but he's actually holding out the long paper, showing me. So it kind of feels like perhaps there was an issue before, and it just got longer. And then I want to say a little bit undetected, but he did. I feel like he did do something about it, but by then it was too late. Almost like it feels like. Does that make sense?
Yes.
It is because the long paper is so long. It has a feeling of being a long journey with a heart issue, and he doesn't feel shame, but the energy of like, oh, I should have listened is coming through. Like I should have listened, but I don't feel like I've had people who have had heart conditions before come through and say, oh, I was stubborn and I ate too much meat, but it's not like that. It does feel like he did take care of it. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Yeah, he was on top of it. I feel like there may have been other health issues underneath that.
It was.
He says there's layers to it. And this is not, okay, this may be off topic or not connected to your dad, but would he have had stomach cancer or something around with stomach issues?
He had prostate cancer.
Okay. So lower.
Lower, yeah.
Okay. So I just need to tell you how strong your dad is. About 4:30, I was fine. And all of a sudden, my stomach really low was hurt. I'm like, what is this? I was in so much pain. I had to go lie down.
Mhm.
That's how strong he is. Has he come through in a reading for you before?
No.
What?
I'm speechless. I'm like freaked out. This is crazy.
He's so excited to see you. Like so excited to see you. He is I'll do a little bit more. He's referencing grandchildren or children he did not get to meet.
Yep.
Done that. He's also showing me, I believe, a little boy. I can't wait. And like, there's a teddy bear and a stuffed animal. I want to say he recently been given. It's like Bernard is saying he's been around since a little boy got a stuffed animal. There's a particular, almost like a bubby. You know how kids like a bubby or they like to hang out on something. it's kind of like that's what he's referring to. But he says, tell her I'm with her all the time. And he says there may or not,
Oh,
may or may not be a problem with the car. Okay. So you may have an unexpected issue with a car coming.
Okay.
Okay. Because what he's doing for you guys for references is he referring to my family. So my car, my daughter's car, and my husband's car all at the same time are having issues out of the blue.
Oh, wow.
And that's what he's referring to. So
Okay.
they use what I know and pull it out of my what's called a filing cabinet. And that's where he's pulling that from to tell Annie to be mindful of the cars.
Okay.
Okay. And he says thank you to you.
I took care of him for 2 years,
Uh,
24/7 until he
yeah.
passed.
I was just gonna say he was telling me that he said thank you for taking care of him. He shows me you almost like a nurse. He shows me you holding his hand. And he said, I didn't get a chance to say thank you to Annie, but I would like to thank her now in front of all these beautiful people.
Thank
we
you.
give me goosebumps.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave you there because I don't want to like he would literally want to stay the whole time, Annie.
Okay.
He's like, I'm gonna stay. He said, okay. Like he's like
Cool.
he's like, you know how you say like tickle pink? He's like so excited to see you. And he says he's very proud of you also because you're studying something different.
I am. I'm a retired nurse turned real estate agent.
You are the nurse. I knew it. He called you the nurse. Yeah, you're doing something different now. So he wants
Yes.
to acknowledge that you're doing something different. Beautiful. He's very proud of you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Really?
One more thing. Would you understand the name Kelly?
Do I know a Kelly?
He
No.
wants to say hello to a Kelly. I don't think it's Kathy, but it's this kind of name he wants to say hello to.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. I'm going to say, see, now what's happening is as soon as someone says no, I do still feel like your dad is saying hello to a Kelly or Kathy. When that starts happening, that means someone else is coming through.
Okay.
So as soon as Annie starts saying no to something, it's not, the problem is like you have another spirit going this way, coming in and basically budding in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because they're like, oh, we doors open. Well, Bernard get to come in. How come I don't get to come in? And then they just sort of take over. Does that make sense? So that's kind of like showing you like a group reading demonstration. So, but Annie, thank you so much for receiving that. I appreciate that being a
Thank you.
yeah. Yeah. I have full body chills, which is also we're gonna talk about tonight. When you get full body chills, that's your sign that spirit is around. And for me, it means that I said the right thing. Like they're happy with what I've said. Not that it's accurate or way to go, you're pretty cool. Sometimes they say that, but not this time. It just means that you've done a good job with what I wanted to say because they speak a language of frequency. They don't speak English to me anymore. Although Bernard is speaking English to me, I will tell you. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
And then birthday celebration coming up. He's going to be there, he said.
Oh, that's great.
He showed me a celebration. He says, tell Annie I'm going to be there.
Perfect.
And I'm really hot. So thank you so much, Annie. So this is a great segue into what I was going to teach tonight, by the way, which is not mediumship demonstration, but I think it's important. Like if you have a teacher who's teaching you mediumship, they should be pretty good at mediumship. I don't know if you agree or not. Like they should know what they're doing. Basically they should know what they're doing. And I'm not poo-pooing on other teachers at all, but I've seen some people who don't do mediumship and they're teaching mediumship. I'm like, how do you do that? So speaking of teachers, make sure you have a teacher or you choose a teacher who you resonate with, number one, and who, number two, kind of knows what they're doing. That's my piece of guidance. Okay. So, yeah, that's great. And because I wanted to talk about how mediumship works. And then if there's time, I would like to do a spirit guide meditation with you guys by one of the great mediums. His name is Gordon Higginson. He is deceased. And obviously, because he was like one of the most accurate medium. Like if you get a chance, go watch. Like I always say, go watch other mediums. Go watch Gordon Higginson's old videos on YouTube. That man is what I aspire to be. So you think Bernard's cool? No. He can go like, I know there to be a man named Bernard James Frederick III, and he lived on 425 Evergreen Lane. And he had a cat named Thomas who was a tabby cat, and he would just go, it's insane. That's what I aspire to be. So I'm 10 years in. It does take years and years and years to get to that level.
What is your name?
Gordon Higginson. Yeah, I actually have some meditation in the background here waiting to show you guys. So we'll get with it. Okay. Does anybody have any questions or comments before I go to my little picture here? Jewel. Driving Jewel. Oh, she's frozen. Okay. We'll come back. Anybody else have any questions before I go about that? Does anybody?
Can they share? Sorry.
Go ahead. There you are. You froze.
Can they share messages in the dreams?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, because you've altered your state. Technically, you've altered your unconscious, so it's easier for them to get in there. We don't analyze everything, right?
Okay.
Yeah, they go in. If it's a dream, it's a visitation.
Oh, okay. Because I once dreamt my dad saying that, okay, mom is sick. I'm going to go visit her. But then next day I talked to my mom and she was really sick.
Oh, wow. Yes, that's sorry, I thought I was talking to Jewel. It's Aretha.
Sarita.
That's a visitation, and they will warn you about things. Yes.
Yeah, I get more of those than hear or see or feel anything.
Yep.
It's mostly the messages is through dreams.
Of course. That's still awesome. So then if you want to train, you take that into here. You just have to learn how to translate that here and do it. So you wouldn't connect with your people in the spirit world initially. You would practice connecting to someone like Annie's dad first and working that way. And then you have the opposite gift where everyone really wants that. It's you can talk to your loved ones in spirit. A lot of people have trouble doing that and they start this way. So that's wonderful.
Okay.
Okay. Good job. Okay. Jewel. Sorry, Jewel.
Yeah, sorry about that. So I had a question. I don't know if it's a crazy question, but is it common when you were speaking of Bernard, my chest immediately got tight and I started having shortness of breath. And I didn't know where it came from. I'm riding with my sister and I told her, I said, I feel like this guy had a heart attack or he had heart problems.
Yep.
And I didn't know if that was common or not. It just came out of nowhere. And I was like, what is going on?
It just came out of nowhere.
Then it just went away.
Yeah. It's either Bernard trying to get your attention as well too, because I maybe cut him off, so he'll go to another medium and try to get their attention by giving you that physical feeling in your body or nervous system. Okay, you sometimes feel it as a physical, not always. Or there's someone else coming in while you're driving in the car trying to get your attention, or someone here.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, because as soon as you come in here and we're studying mediumship, now you're officially a medium. So
got it.
yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Now that's a really good question, because if you're sitting here and you're like, why does my stomach hurt? All of a sudden I was fine till I came in here. Spirit.
Okay, got it.
Out of the blue, random. That was weird. That's spirit. Okay. Awesome. All right, we're gonna go here. We'll get going. Okay, so we want to make sure we have time for everything. Okay. Where did you go? Okay. Hopefully this is smooth. And can you guys see this? Can you guys see?
Yeah.
Wonderful. Thank you. I love it. Okay. So anyone who is a student of mine or you've studied mediumship, this might be new to you. Not new to you, but I have to go over it just because I don't know who's done it and who has not done it. But basically what I'm teaching you, if I do a mediumship class, I'll teach the theory first, and then you go put it into practice, practice it, because you won't understand very much a word I'm saying until it is experienced in your own nervous system. So mediumship functions or is required to have a clear nervous system, because basically you are a battery. So you see how Jewel all of a sudden just randomly got chest pain. That's her nervous system. Okay. Spirit uses you as a battery and your nervous system to, I want to say function, but that's not the word I would like to use. Okay. So if you're someone who has a lot of anxiety or you have a dysregulated nervous system, and we're going to get into the other issues of what needs to be overcome, you have to have a very good nervous system and a lot of energy. So your battery has to be fully charged in order for this to function properly. Okay. All right. So we're going to say this is the medium. This is you. Okay. And I have mentioned before, the aura. You also must be very aware of your aura. So this yellow here, this is your aura. Okay. Because, spirit, oh, I can't do that. Spirit will come into your aura and you don't always know when they're there. Like when I talked to Annie, and before dinner, my stomach started to hurt all of a sudden randomly. And I was like, what is this lower stomach pain? I didn't recognize it. I had to lay down. Okay. That means Bernard was in my aura, but because I wasn't doing my preparation, I didn't meditate first. It was hard. I was just being a regular human. It was very hard for me to pick that up until I get here. And then he made more of a move and said, my name is Bernard. Okay. So that's what you have to be aware of. Does that make sense so far? Nervous system and your energy levels have to be good. You also have to have a clear mind. So if you ever have like mental health struggles, or you're depressed, or you're grieving, or you're sad about something, or something crazy just happened in your home and your nervous system has done this, two things will happen. Spirit will not let you connect. They kick you out to the psychic realm. They won't let you go in the spirit world. Or you will get nothing. You're like, I can't do anything. I can't get this. I got nothing. Okay. Does that make sense? I'm going to, hold on. I want to get out so that I can move it around myself. Okay. You guys understand that it's a nervous system thing. Yeah. Okay. Oh my goodness. What is happening? Bernard is messing with my pictures here. And now it won't work, right? You guys can't see that, right? Hold on. Yeah, see? You're messing with my system. Okay, there we go. Okay. Okay, so remember we talked about the 2 doors. So there's your nervous system. We talked about the first thing we do is install 2 doors. One is a psychic door, one is a mediumistic door. So only the spirit world. And we don't want this one to be used when we're doing mediumship, because a medium could go into someone's brain in their memory psychically and pull out images or memories from the client's mind and read and pretend, or not do it properly, and saying, okay, you had a grandpa that passed with a pipe, but they're not connecting to the actual spirit contact. They're going through the brain. So I always train people in just psychic, what psychic feels like, and then the spirit world door. So we have this door when we're doing mediumship. This one is over here. We don't use that one. Okay. But you need to know the difference between the two. I don't know what your teachers are telling you, but I will repeat over and over like a broken record. The way I like to train my students is meditation as much as possible. Okay. You'll hear me say that a lot. Who wants to tell me what I always say? We're one of my students here. What do I always say about this with the meditation?
You'll know if we don't meditate,
How will I know?
because we won't be able to tap in well.
Yeah, you won't get better. Steph knows, right? So it's not like I always say, I'm not going to be the mediumship police. I'm not going to come to your door and not, hey, did you meditate today? It's up to you, because you have to show commitment. And that's what you're doing by sitting. You're sitting every day. You're sitting in silence, because if you're not sitting every day, how are you going to know where your aura is? How are you going to know when spirit comes in if you're not you don't know your nervous system. You don't know your body. You don't know your nervous system. You don't know your energy levels because you just go, 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 go. So if you're a go, 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 go kind of person, this is going to be very uncomfortable for you. But this is required, and people will fight me on this, which is fine. This is just what I believe. I'm sure there are other ways to connect to spirit. You don't always have to meditate, but this is what I choose to teach. Okay. And every time that you connect with the spirit world, okay, what happens is you become more like them, which means you are stepping into unconditional divine love so that all of these things that are not a match for divine unconditional love will start to get super loud. So these are some of the issues that you're going to face when you're training as a medium. Self-sabotage. That's a big one. You're going to have a lot of negative beliefs about yourself come up super loud, which would be, I am no good at this. I suck. I am terrible at this. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay. Those are going to come up. Not trusting spirit is going to come up. Not trusting yourself is going to come up. Comparison. So if we did a little demonstration here, and I had, say, Annie was going to do a reading, then Mary Vaughn was going to do one, then Jewel and Steph was going to do one, and then Steph would go because Steph's been here longer. Mary Vaughn be like, "Oh crap, I'm terrible. Steph's really good at this." So you would compare yourself to Steph, but Steph's been doing this for a while. Does that make sense? And Mary Vaughn's never done it. So comparison comes up. Who's the overthinker? Who are my overthinkers? Yeah. If you're an overthinker, good luck with mediumship. You have to train your mind to be quiet, which is the meditation. How do you know if it's your voice or Bernard's voice? How are you going to know? How are you going to know if you don't get your mind quiet? You won't have a clue, right? And so that's step 2 would be the discernment. Okay. Another issue that you're going to find when you study mediumship is you're going to avoid visibility, which means it's code for like, you're going to be in the closet. I have students who are in the closet. They don't tell anybody because they're like completely terrified that people are going to make fun of them, stop talking to them, and they don't tell anyone that they're in the closet. So I would say in 2018, when I was first training people, I would push people out of the spiritual closet, and that backfired on me. So I never do it anymore. I'm like, when you're ready to come out, you'll come out. Right? Afraid of being seen too. If you like to hide, who are my hiders? I like to be in the background. I like to be quiet. That has to change too. Panic, right? Panic will come out because your heart palpitations, because your heart's opening. Your nerves. I'm so nervous. I can't do this. Doubt, self-doubt comes up. These are all your problems that you're going to have. So I'm prepping you for your problems because it takes a while for these problems to, first they have to get loud, then you can undo them. Pulling away. I have students who quit halfway through spirit school and private mentorship. They self-sabotage because of the negative beliefs, because they can't get over these things. They pull away, holding on too tight. Also, who likes to control shit? Who's a controller? Yeah. If you like to control things, I'd say good luck, but we can work through it because you can't do mediumship with control. Because if you try hard and you go looking for things and you have expectations, boom, you get kicked out. You will literally get kicked out. Any of these things are not of alignment. These are not who you are. These are your fears in your mind and your programming and your unconditional, your unconscious, blah, 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 blah. So every time you go in here, okay, I'm going to do practice reading. I'm going to get out. One of these things gets super loud for it to go away. It has to get loud before it goes away. So you kind of see a little bit why this is a big deal. I haven't even got it started yet. Like I'm just prepping you for what you're going to face. Has anybody noticed any of these? Steph, which one have you noticed? If not all of them, I don't know, but like.
Definite, it's hard to trust spirit, avoiding visibility, comparison. Yeah, thinking I'm no good. I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah, yeah. Awesome. Yeah, thanks for sharing that. Yes, Raphael.
I had a warning dream that was so clear. It's as if it happened right in front of me right now. And I told people, and the look on their face, I was like, oh, fuck. Don't ever, ever, ever open your mouth again. Do not. It is not good.
Oh,
No, it was, I mean, they look mortified.
right. Uh-oh. So then that made you go, oop, turtle.
Maybe it was just meant for me.
Maybe, yeah.
You know what I mean? Maybe I'm not the kind of person that if I develop those skills, it's meant to be shared. It is just for me to sort of move in the world.
That's true. Yep.
So
It can be for
I,
you.
I stayed quiet after that.
Okay. Thank you for sharing that. That's a common one. Religious beliefs is another one I didn't put on here. Your religious upbringings, if you were raised Catholic. Dude, you guys know I was raised Catholic. My uncle was the Bishop of Calgary. My grandparents were the most devout Catholics you've ever met. Guess who is coming through the spirit world? Uncle Fred, Mr. Bishop. So you'll see over time that there is it's just all unconditional love. Nothing bad or scary will get through this door because there's a fear. All these are pretty much all these are fear, right? Fear, love, fear, love, fear, love. Okay. Mary Vaughn, you have a question?
Yes, I was gonna tell you that I've been practicing all this week with the meditation that you taught us, the six count to six, breathing in and count to six, breathing out. I
Wow.
started with 5 minutes and then 10 minutes, then 15, and today I did 20.
High
And
five, Mary
did 20, and
Vaughn.
that helped me calm down.
Yes.
And yeah,
Wow. You should be so proud of yourself.
I like the meditation. I still think that I need to learn a lot more about meditation because my mind, I have faces coming in when I'm doing my eyes are closed, like faces coming in, eyes coming in.
Whoa.
Uh, in the like I was doing today, I saw some eyes, and I said, "No, it's gonna be fine.
Good
It'll
job.
be fine."
Right? Boundaries. Thank you. So the first thing that you learn is boundaries.
Okay.
Yeah. There's like things that you go through a process that every student goes through when you start this and you want to become this. The first thing you have to learn is boundaries. So it's really good that you have strong boundaries and you're telling them no.
Yeah, they said, "No, no, you're not gonna scare me." And by the way, I'm gonna be taking your class starting in August.
You're
Yeah.
coming to the Rooted and Rise.
No, the one online. I'm far from you. The one that is 10 months.
Oh, the school.
The school. I
Amazing.
want to take it.
Oh, beautiful. I love it. Yay. Okay, this is going to be great. Thank you for sharing
Yes.
that. Yes. If Mary Vaughn can do it, you guys can do it. When I do the 20 minutes, 6 in, 6 out, I feel God, I feel angels, I feel my energy field. I can move my energy myself. It's really powerful. So, yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Amazing. So, what we need to set up here is we call the bouncer or the gatekeeper, or it can be your spirit guide. So it's someone of a light body who you know could be your dad in spirit, could be your grandpa. There needs to be someone placed in here to keep this door closed until you either come to What a Week Wednesday, or you're advanced and you know what you're doing, and then you can go and have this door open when you are practicing with someone, and then they say they can step aside. So this is important to have someone here for the good boundaries and also to have this closed. Okay. This is one of the most important steps of the mediumship is to have the door installed. And then like, I don't know if any other teachers teach a door. I do. Just keep it closed until you say, for me, except for class. So because Bernard knew I was coming to class, it was fine because it was close to class time. It was fine. But my door is usually closed. Unless I need to deliver a message or I need to be of service. And this guy is usually my spirit guide. you guys want, so we're gonna stop there. I don't want to give you too much information, but would you guys like to do a meditation of meeting your spirit guide?
Yeah.
Even if you already know them,
Yeah.
right? If you don't even know your spirit guide, that's cool too, because they're gonna probably come in and tell you some cool stuff. Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
Love it. Oh, so it's not Gordon Higginson, it's Gordon Smith. Why do I think his name is Gordon Higginson? Is there a medium called Gordon Higginson? I think there might be. Why did I call him? I meant Gordon Smith. I'm sorry. Mary Vaughn, the guy's name is Gordon Smith.
Oh, okay.
This guy. I think there is actually a medium that is called Gordon Higginson. You want to look up Gordon Smith, I believe. I gotta check. It's one of them. Google both and see what comes up and see if the guy who knows what he's really good at mediumship. Okay. So we're gonna do this and then we'll talk about it at the end. And you should have a journal. Journaling is very important as well to having notebook around you when you're doing meditation or mediumship. It's very helpful to keep track of things, jot down any ideas. Your phone is fine too, but paper has a different energy, right? But yeah, we're gonna get in there. Any quick questions before we start the meditation? Okay. I love that you guys don't have any questions. Woohoo. Perfect. Okay, so oh my God, the dead people are on a roll here. They're lined up. Please let me know if you guys can hear this, okay? Ready?
Sitting comfortably.
Can you hear?
Feeling relaxed.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay.
And allowing your body
go for it
to become slow and still. Start to pay attention only to your breathing. Breathing deeply in through your nose. Pulling the air deep into your body, and all the while thinking of relaxing. Start to become aware of how the breath vibrates through your body deep into the lungs. Follow the pulsing sensation, moving your lungs in and out, pushing energy all around your body. Concentrate solely on the rhythm of your body. Become aware of how heavy your body is becoming. As the body becomes heavier and you become more aware of it, equally watch the vibration in and around your body, pulsing at a steady rate and in harmony with your blood flow. Start to look at the air coming into your body and concentrate on it being white, like a cloud of pure white energy, sitting just in front of your face. Breathing it deep into your body and seeing it being pushed around the body, cleansing and cleaning, all the while relaxing. Pulling the white light into the darkest parts of the mind, deep within, filling you with light and energy. And all the while, registering the pulsing harmony moving through your body. Concentrate on how light this rhythm that's moving through your body is causing your mind to be. Sitting in the stillness of your own mind, surrounded by light, feeling the quietness of your own mind, and becoming more comfortable in this state. This is the time when we ask our spirit guides and teachers from the higher side to step closer to us, welcoming them into our space, our protected space of white light and silence. Try to become aware of any changes that are taking place around your body or in your body. Recognize any signs that the energies have changed. Start to become used to the sense of someone from the higher side entering into your space. Maybe you feel the vibration around your body quickening, or you may feel sensations in heat or cold around your body. Accept that this is the higher teachers changing the frequency around you. Try to become familiar with these changes. Each change is like a calling card from each different spiritual teacher who works with you. Feel the impressions that they are putting into your mind. Impressions of who they are, when they lived, what they looked like, and what their intentions are in guiding you through your work. Try not to over-question in your mind, but accept the impressions that are given to you. Don't be in any rush to work out any understanding or meaning at this point. Just be in harmony with the guide in this stillness and light. Feel your mind lifting higher and becoming brighter as you link more completely with your spirit guide. Allow them to take you higher and more towards their frequency and into a more spiritual state of being. Accept all things that are shown to you at this point as coming from your spirit guide and from a much higher source. And start to feel yourself gently separating from the vibration of the higher spiritual guide. Not clinging or holding, but just releasing and allowing yourself to move back down through the light, pulling the light back towards your body, back to the center of your being. And when you feel yourself filled with that light in your physical being, send out a note of thanks to that spiritual teacher who has allowed you to sit in their presence and who has given you impressions and teachings of their life and for your life's path. Breathing nice and deeply now. Pulling air deep into your lungs and becoming more focused on the here and now. Recognize that your physical body is sitting comfortable and relaxed. Becoming more and more focused and aware of the here and now. Recognizing that your body is sitting still and that your consciousness is more in this waking state of physical reality. And when you feel ready, just take a nice deep breath and open your eyes.
Okay, slowly you can come back to the room. Some of you are really in there. I could see some light around you. I could see some spirits coming in, spirit guides. Wow, that was intense. Do you guys need a minute to write things down? You can write things down. Okay, so I was right. It was Gordon Higginson, who is the medium I was speaking of on the stage with all those accurate information. And then Gordon Smith is a different one. And the meditation was Gordon Smith. Okay. I had to check that out. Yes, it is. Okay. Does first I want to say that came to me while you guys are meditating is that it's really important that you this is not ego at all. I just need to tell you, it's important that you're really trained properly. That's the message that came through. You should be trained properly. So that you're a high caliber of medium. Okay. And I just want to let you guys know that I don't know, I don't need anyone to attest to this, but I hold a high standard of your being completed through the program with accurate information, not just random things. You know what you're doing. I think it's really important that you're trained very properly. Okay. I just needed to say that. I don't know why it just randomly came out of my mouth. Okay. Does anybody want to share their experience with that? Did anyone meet their spirit guide? Has anything else happen that you want to share? Shar?
I'll share my randomness. My thoughts are going to be probably out of order.
That's okay.
But I don't feel like I truly see anything, but I get this feeling, which becomes like an impression of like a dragonfly. And I recall like feeling like I was seeing like metallic like colors, like you would see a dragonfly. And then at some point before he started talking about sensations, I was feeling, the only words that come to mind would be vibration and tingles, more so on my right side of my body than on my left. But it didn't truly feel like vibration tingles that you would physically have. So that's what the Rolodex would tell me, but it was a sensation that didn't feel like it was coming from my actual body. Is the best way to describe that?
Yep, that's good.
And then at some point I had a pulling sensation at the top of my head. And so it created like a tension, like headache, but not like bad, just aware of a pull. And at some point I felt like I had brighter light behind my eyes, like lights turned on.
Mm-hmm.
And then I remember my scalp was very tingly, where I was trying to like not scratch at my scalp at different times, and my right side was more so than the other.
Okay.
And then another point where I had like pricks in my eyes when I was feeling like I was full of love and gratitude, where my eyes were starting to like water behind my closed eyes. And that was when I was feeling like I was just full of love and gratitude.
That's key.
Basically.
Yeah, that's key. The love and the gratitude. Those are two key elements required for mediumship. So thank you for saying that. And I like that you said you noticed the tingles, but you were discerning if it was like, is it your scratchy head? Is it spirit? Is your crown opening? And so they're basically training you when you do that meditation of like you felt more dense on your right side, you didn't feel anything and becoming more aware of those vibrations and sensations. So thank you for sharing that. That was the purpose of it, yeah. Tracy, was that you messaged me, said you couldn't hear it?
Yes, it was so weird. I don't know if you can hear me, but you're still, as soon as that meditation started, I got bumped out of the meeting, back into the meeting, and everything has been such huge interference that I'm having trouble hearing. So I tried to do my own meditation while I heard the blah, 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 blah interference in the background. Didn't really work. So I didn't get the experience everybody did. And I'm still experiencing interference. So I'm wondering if I need to cleanse my room.
Maybe. I will say this has been happening all week with all my students as well too.
Okay.
Like my power went off. Like one of the students blew my power. Power went out. Music was playing by itself. They get kicked out. They get kicked back in. So it's not just you.
Okay.
Yeah. And I'm not saying you think it's a negative thing, but it's actually not a negative thing. It's actually showing your powerfulness. You guys are actually getting stronger. Like your energy is getting stronger. And maybe
if it gets any stronger, I can't hear you guys.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, that's what I was told to share with you guys. Okay. That's awesome. Well, thanks for sticking it out. Okay, Carly.
Yay. Okay. It's been absolutely nuts tonight. My power actually kicked out about 10 minutes before class, and I was like, I'm gonna have to miss class again. Anyway, some of my spirit guides that I've already met. Another one came through, but tonight I got clarity. Also, your Fred came to say hello again because I met him weeks ago and we had that. I just felt him. It was like a familiar energy. It was just how my body itches when he enters my field is just very specific. And he was like, hello. But he was just
he
like,
loved
saying
people. So he would, he would do that. Yeah.
But my stepmom passed a few months ago. I'm gonna try to be straight about this. But this was the first time she came through, and she brought my dad that your student was trying to reach the other night. And so I got some clarity and some messages there that have been crazy. But
I'm so glad to hear that.
It was crazy. It was just one of those things, like just full body like chills. And then I started getting cramps in my ovaries, and she passed away from ovarian cancer. And I was like, what the? And so that made sense. So
you're getting stronger too.
Yeah.
So if your power goes out, that's you, and that's not a sign. You and your spirits. Okay. I've noticed a lot of people, a lot of students getting very strong over the last week. Like all of a sudden, like their power is getting so stronger, like if their consciousness is elevating or something, it's quite weird. And the more you elevate your consciousness, awareness grows, the stronger your medium gets. If that makes sense. So yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, you can tell. Elaine.
Okay. For me, it was I first heard a voice in my right ear. It was a male voice, and it just said hello. And then all of a sudden, there were two. So I have two spirit guides. They were right in front of me, and I know who they were. One is my paternal grandmother, and then my brother. And it was my brother's voice that I heard.
Wow.
And they're like intertwined. You know, they're standing side by side, and their shoulders and their whole their bodies are I'm getting goosebumps while I'm telling you. And so they were like intertwined. And then I saw a lot of like purple with golden like showers. And then all of a sudden I was soaring with them. I was like flying. I felt so light. And like when people jump out of a plane and they kind of like hold their arms out and they're sort of spotting the person they're jumping with.
Yeah.
So they were over top of me and I was below them and we were just like soaring, and it was like the most euphoric feeling. It was, and I could see myself sitting in my chair. Like I could see me.
Oh my God.
And then I came back when we were guided to come back. But after, my head felt so clear and so light. Like it was the most amazing feeling.
Wow. I'm so happy you guys experienced that.
You just don't see it coming. Like it just happens on its own, right? Like, but I heard my brother's voice first, and that's so like him. Like I heard it right here. It was like he was like right beside me, and he said hello.
Wow.
I know. So that was my experience.
Oh, thank you so much for sharing that. I love how like your loved ones are coming in.
Yeah, that was so cool. That was amazing. Thank you for sharing that meditation with us.
I've never actually used that one.
Oh, really? Well, that was amazing. I'm like, will you please share the link with all of us?
Yeah, of course.
That was awesome.
Yeah. When we upload the YouTube, then I'll put it in there.
Okay, cool.
Wow. Yeah, it's Gordon Smith. Hold on. Let me see if I can. Gordon Smith. Gordon Smith, Meet Your Guides. Developing Mediumship. He has like a series of CDs that are on YouTube now. And this one was Meeting Your Guides. There's a whole bunch.
Okay.
It's like a CD. It's like 10 minutes. So yeah. Awesome. Okay, we're almost out of time here. So Wanda, you want to share?
Hi there.
Hi, Wanda.
All right. So I all of a sudden got shivers down my spine, and then I had a little bit of a sneezing fit. So I don't know where that came from. I felt like I was floating, and I was surrounded by lights. They were like fireflies surrounding me. And I kept hearing the words expand, expand, expand.
Oh, I have goosebumps. So,
I know, it gave me goosebumps too. And then I saw lots of tall ones, like they were kind of faded in the background, these tall ones, I want to call them.
Okay.
And then when my spirit guide from my childhood appeared in front of me as well. Yeah.
You had spirit guides since childhood?
I did. Yeah. I remember waking up. My sister and I shared a room and I was on the bunk bed.
Yeah.
And I thought I was awake, and it was very vivid. This woman sitting in front of me with this flowy red dress and beautiful blonde hair and very angelic looking. And I've felt her ever since my childhood. I don't know who she is, but she's been there a long time.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Wow. Thank you for sharing that with us.
Oh, thank you.
Wow, this is great. Okay, Mary Vaughn.
I felt like somebody was pulling me. I was levitating. And I saw a white flash.
Okay.
And to the point that I was pushed up in my chair, and I was sitting straight up because I felt like something was pulling me.
Whoa. Well,
and I was like, okay.
It was white, so that's good. White light is good.
It was white.
If it's black, get out. Yeah, white is good.
No.
Wow, that's so cool. Has that happened before?
No.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, you guys are being trained. They're training you with the energy to what it feels like when spirit comes in, and how you're protected, and vibrations and frequencies. And then is it Kira or Sierra? I think I always ask you that every time.
It's Sierra.
Okay. Hi, Sierra.
Hi. So at first it seemed like everything was trying to distract me not to go into meditation. And then once I got there, I seen this whitish light. My body started humming, is what I can relate it to. It was like my body was pulling in and out of some type of frequency, and it was like pulsating. At some point, I was going in and out of a stage of like the moment before sleep.
Yep.
And then I felt a male presence. And then I seen some frames of other people's lives or moments.
Mm.
So, yeah.
Okay. Has that happened before?
Once or twice.
Do you
a few
study?
times.
Do you study with a teacher?
I study, so it's a group that just meets up on Saturdays, and then I come here.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's not really a teacher, but
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, cool. Okay, everybody feel okay?
Yes.
Stacy said you felt light, sleepy, touch under your leg, white light, good white light. Okay, everybody's good. White light, yahoo. Okay, you guys want a little bit of a healing before we go? Before we end off the night? Yes, okay, my lovely no-name healing, which we'll call Andean Healing. I didn't get any emails from last week. I don't know if you guys want to. Actually, I did. 2 people emailed me and let me know some really cool story. Yeah, Raphael did. Another lady did. It was beautiful to tell me. Like, one woman said she stepped into her purpose. So I was like, that's what it's for, right? So yeah, I'm excited. Okay, we're just gonna do a full blast here. Ready? You want some full blasting? Yeah, Steph's like, no more little. Full blast. Okay, close your eyes. If you don't want to receive the Andean healing, now's your time to leave. Okay? It only works if you're open to receive it and your heart is open. You don't have the wall, so put the wall down. Okay? I'll tell you when I'm sending it. Closing your eyes, dropping your shoulders. Here we go. Okay, sending it. Okay, take a deep breath in. Okay. They feel okay? Okay. Keep me updated with an email. Let me know how you're feeling, and I'll see you next Wednesday.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.